Time is your most valuable tool. You realize that time is more valuable than money? It really is. What are you doing with your time? It's the most valuable resource that is a ticking clock right now. Episode 31, 5 effective time management strategies for busy leaders. So this could be you're in a job search, don't have any time because I have a busy schedule, right? Trying to get better at your fitness. You're trying to spend more time with your family because you work so much. You're trying to build a network, but you don't have any time. Something that is extremely, extremely important. You have 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to work, and the other 8 hours is going to determine how you enhance or improve the quality of your life. So do me a favor. This could literally be the most important thing you hear this month. Most people think of it as I have 8 hours to work, 8 hours to sleep, and oh my God, I have free time to relax. Here's what I know about being stagnant in your career, in your personal relationships. If you're not doing that, you never feel truly fulfilled. I make it a point every single day to manage these different areas, and that's what we're talking about. So number one, here's what I want you to do. I want you to audit your time starting today and tomorrow. Audit your time. When did you wake up? What'd you do in the morning? What'd you do at work? What'd you do for lunch? What'd you do when you get home? When did you spend time with your family? I want you to audit your day, because how can you expect to divide up and manage your time in the most effective way possible if you don't even know where you're spending your time right now, right? Most of the people that we work with, they say, I don't have any time, and we block out their time, and we find out later that 5 hours are just being wasted every single day on stuff that's not serving them. Make sure every single day I'm investing in my future. How can I do that? Through health, through fitness, through reading a book, through building personal relationships with people, through writing articles from many of the places I write articles to bringing value to other people. What do you do in your free time right now? Whenever you're auditing your day, right, of what it looks like, you should be able to identify 2 categories for your daily activities. Ready? Number 1, non-negotiables. Time that you have to spend on essentials like sleeping, eating, showering. Like, hey, non-negotiables, we definitely have to do those things. Other categories, free time or wasted time. Time you spend doing one activity that you'd prefer to dedicate to something else. Step 1, I want you to audit your day. What's your whole day look like, broken into maybe 30-minute increments, and then say, hey, what are the things I have to do? And where are the ways that I'm wasting a bunch of time not serving me? After you do that, you could move into number 2. Set the proper goals of what you want to accomplish throughout the day. Here's a mistake people make too. They have this long list of stuff. Each day, try to focus on, hey, what are the 2 to 3 biggest things that I want to accomplish today so that I don't feel overwhelmed with some to-do list, right? Kristina, my wife, she wasn't able to make it today. She has these super long to-do lists, and then she literally looks at it and say, hey, okay, here's my whole list I have to have done. They're all important, but what is like my biggest priority? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this stuff is just gonna have to wait. Number 3, tasks in the right order. So even the most time-effective, conscious managers, business professionals, leaders of families, church communities, etc., tend to fall into the same trap, spending too much time on this low-hanging fruit. Then once you've completed like these most important tasks or activities of the day, you can gradually then work your way to what would be the good to do ones next. Most importantly, number 4, auditing your time, which is what we talked about earlier, was all about logging what you do now and setting yourself up on a schedule. But you can't blindly assume that you're going to follow whatever schedule you set. So track yourself as you go throughout the day. If you don't manage your time effectively, you don't control it. When you don't control it, what happens? How many people spend 2 hours on Facebook, 2 hours playing video games, 2 hours reading just stuff that isn't serving them? You have to manage your time. And unless you know how much time you have, the goals that are important to you that you want to accomplish, how you're specifically going to accomplish them, and then execute a plan, how can you ever hope to be successful? Time is your most valuable tool. You realize that time is more valuable than money? It really is. What are you doing with your time? It's the most valuable resource that is a ticking clock right now. So what are you going to do today to put a plan in action to manage and control your time effectively? Again, time is your most valuable tool. It's easy to convince yourself that there's more to life than time management. But as your responsibilities, task lists, and a number of people counting on you multiply, which is likely as you get older, you may realize that you need to have your time management dialed in, kind of down to a fine art, to be able to think about and enjoy these types of experiences. And again, this isn't just about time. It's about fulfilling your duty as a leader, as a parent, as a friend, perhaps even more importantly, to get your sanity back. So hopefully I've hit home on this podcast episode of why time is so important, how to manage it. So let's recap real quick. Number 1, audit your time. Number 2, set proper goals that you'd like to accomplish, but don't just focus on the goal, focus on why is this important to me? Why should I make this a priority? And then number 3, tackle them in the right order. What are the most important 2 to 3 things you need to do today? Get them done. And then number 4, track your time. And then over time, you will get more efficient with it. There's lots of different tools that you can use. And remember, time is your most valuable asset in this world, period, end of story.